Hello there, this is Kenny with AppNet, and today we are going to go over how to input photos and text and information for blog posts on ddreservecollection.com. You'll see this is the page that we are aiming for here, the retail store. We've got all these different posts listed out, their titles. You can see up here we have the categories, tables and chests, beds and bedding. If we click on one of those, you'll see it'll list out the posts in that category. And if you click on an individual post, you'll see it gives you the title, description, and a nice photo over here in the left side. So let's start the tutorial. I'll show you guys how to input all this stuff and do everything that's necessary to get it to show up on this page. So first of all, you're going to log into the back end. So this is right here. This is the page that you will see when you log into the back end. This is the dashboard. It's the admin section. When you get to this section over here on the left side, you'll see a navigation menu with all types of options and menus and stuff that you can select from. For what we're doing, we want to add a new post. So let's come over here. We'll hover over posts, and let's just click on posts first of all, just to show you guys all the posts that are actually already in here. You can see we've got them all listed here. We've got the categories, the SEO, and meta description stuff. So they're all listed here, but we want to add a new one. So over here on the left side in the same posts area, we're going to click Add New. And this will take us to this screen right here where we're going to add the post. So the first thing you want to do is up here is the title area. We're just going to put in a title. So for this test post that I'm doing, let's just call it living room. That'll work. Down here is the description section. So this is where you are going to put a paragraph or two, just describing what your product or your post is about. So for instance, we'll just type in some text. We'll say this is a post about the living room. Something along those lines. It could be longer than that. It's always good to have a couple paragraphs just for SEO stuff, so do more than a sentence if possible. So once we get the title and we get the text in there, you'll notice there's a few other things to look at. So over here on the right side, you'll see the format of the post. So for this type of post, we always want image to be selected. It's selected by default, but just make sure that image is the little radio button beside it. Just make sure that it is selected right there, because that's the type of post we're doing. So we can scroll down further over here on the right side, and you'll see all these categories. We've got retail store, and then the subcategories under that are all of this stuff. So just for purposes of this test, we'll select completed rooms, because living room, it's kind of close to completed room. So once we check completed room, actually let's check retail store and completed room. So you've got your categories selected here and whatnot. So let's keep going down. We'll scroll down a little further, and down here at the bottom you'll see something that says featured image. So this is where we're going to actually set the image of the post. So there's a couple different ways you can go about it, but first you have to click set featured image. You can do it two different ways. So for instance, I have downloaded this photo down here. You can take it, drag it, just pull it up here into that, and it'll upload that photo to it. There you go. You'll see it is uploaded to it completely. But let's just delete that, and I'll show you the other way to do it. If you don't want to drag and drop, you can come up here to these tabs and click on Upload Files, then select Files, and then just navigate on your computer to where that file is located. So for instance, there it is. We'll scroll down to this, and it uploads it. You'll see over here, here's all that information and whatnot. For that photo, you can see the size and dimensions and all that good stuff. But once you have uploaded that photo and it's in there and it's checked over here, you're just going to click Set Featured Image, and there you go. It sets the featured image right there. Just a note about the featured image: make sure that it is a pretty decent size. You don't want tiny images being blown up. They look distorted and whatnot. So just make sure that whatever image you do upload is a pretty decent size and something that will look good on the website. So once we get the featured image, the last thing to do is the SEO stuff. You'll see the box here for SEO, and there's a few different things that you need to input. If you haven't ever used Yoast on WordPress, it's a great tool. So first of all, say we want our focus keyword. We want to do living room. So we'll put that keyword in, living room furniture. There you go, gives you some ideas. SEO title. Always make it to where you are branding it with your name on at least part of it. So for instance, we want to do living room. Oh, let me type it out. We'll do living room furniture as the first part of it, and then we'll separate it with a little dash, and we'll say DD Reserve Collection. You just want to make sure that your branding is in there for at least part of it. So this little separator right here, just make sure that whatever is usually on the right side of it is your branding on there. So once you get that in there, then you can put a description up to 156 characters. So let's just you're going to type out a bunch of stuff. Whatever kind of pertains to your product. So I'm not going to type anything out here, but when you do, you'll see the characters. It'll tell you how many is left. There you go. You got 141 left. It'll show you up here in the snippet preview what it'll look like on Google and whatnot, and it'll actually give you over here, for instance, on the page analysis, it'll give you some good information about if it's a good title, if it's a good description, all that good stuff. So it's a great tool to help you get your SEO stuff in order for each post. So once you play around with that and get it set to what you want, you are good to go. So you'll see up here we got all this. We got the title, we got the description, it's an image, we've got the categories selected, we've got our featured image selected, and we've got our SEO stuff. So once you get all of that stuff done, you'll just come over here to the right and you will click the publish button. Whoops. There you go. You click publish, and there you go. It is now published. If we come back to the website, we'll click refresh, and you'll see it shows up right here. There you go. See it refreshed. Here is the living room. So if you see it right there in the upper left, it's on the main page. You can also select the completed rooms category, and it shows up on there as well. Now when you click on it and you want to view that post, you'll see here's that nice image that we uploaded. You'll see the title. Here is the description that we posted about it. And whatnot, and all the SEO stuff is in there as well. You don't see that on the page, but it is in there as well. So it's that easy. It's pretty good CMS. It's a great way to upload all your photos and information about it. And yep, that is all.